All right, people want to join us. What's the number? JFK.
0141 356 1972.
Where else can you join us, Bridge?
You can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online, and Old School Blue or Foxy will bring them in and look after them. Enjoy yourself, it's great.
What did we make you Big Itton's performance yesterday? JFK.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. He did what we all I've been wanting to do for weeks, Oxshire. You know, as soon as he gets that goal, and he got two obviously, but the first goal was a worldly goal, mate. The way he just had a wee flick up and half volley into the back of the onion bag. So great goal, and that's what he's needing, and that's maybe what going forward. You know, having Roof coming back when he does, and Alfredo playing the position he's playing. We're going to score a barrel load soon, mate. I just keep thinking the 17th of October. I don't know who we play that day, but imagine winning about 5-0 that day. Oh, that'd be magic.
Particularly where we're playing them. Absolutely.
Aye, definitely.
It was a nice finish, but obviously we've not seen a lot of them really, so we couldn't judge, you know. And even after yesterday, we still can't judge. But great finish, Bridgeman.
Actually, you know, the boy was just something. It was a wonderful pass, wonderful passage of play, and a great pass from Arfield right to his feet, and he just let it. You know, one touch, ball up in the air a wee bit, sitting up nicely, smash. Great goal, great goal. These are the goals you used to score when we played against Partick teams. Even the centre halves had a go at it. Brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah.
Thanks for the call. Don't be a stranger. Good goal, and obviously you got if you like, a poacher's goal as well, JFK.
Yeah, and that's the type of goal that we're looking for strikers to get. You know, just very instinctive. You know, there's 5 or 6 players running about him, a couple of our players, and 2 or 3 of theirs. So he took it well, mate. Tap-ins couldn't as much as Waldy goals, so he took it well, mate. Definitely, good goal. 2 good goals. Actually,
their goalkeeper was good as well. He made a couple of lovely saves, particularly from Alfredo. Just great stuff, you know.
What a start that'd have been. Oh, what a start that'd have been.
I'll tell you, Defoe as well. Defoe done everything right, and then the boy saved it. All right, Defoe hit it pretty much straight, but what a touch that was for Jimmy.
Fabulous.
Oh, how did he manage to bring that down? Oh, brilliant.
Imagine that's your reserve centre forward. You're getting beat 5-0 and they bring him on. You think, God almighty, what are they doing? A touch like that, as you say, a touch like that, just wonderful. Just wonderful.
For me, Defoe's an impact player. I mean, I know I've been critical of him in the past and that, because I don't think longevity, playing games week in, week out, day in, I don't think he would cope with that. But as an impact player to come on and get us a couple of goals or a winning goal, I think he can do that quite easily. So, but it's a good problem to have, with Roof, Itten, Alfredo, Defoe. I mean, I'm pleased as anything to see Jordan Jones getting a run of games. So let's hope that's good going forward for us. I'm pleased that he's there now. Really pleased. I think he's going to be a great player for us the rest of the season.
It's looking positive, isn't it, for all of our squad? There's some smashing players in there, and you can bring. I dare say the manager's quite confident of bringing anyone off the bench now. It should be no problem for him,
Yeah,
I think so. Anyway, I think so.
I think we're going to watch, mate. If you listened to the show this time last week, we've had 2 fabulous results. Away from home in Europe against a reasonable side, and away from home against a team that's gave us problems. But if you look back a week, we weren't so positive, and we're just going to take it a step at a time. The last week since the draw at Easter Road has been fantastic, JFK.
Aye, but I think we all knew this is a performance we all knew that the team is capable of. Oxshire, and I think that's why we were being so critical. We know that we've got a good team there, and I think in the last 2 games, the European game was a strange game, to win it by that margin. It was just a a performance that I couldn't see coming with the amount of goals that we got. But the way we played against Motherwell, as I keep using the word, we controlled the game. And that's the way we know we can do it. You've always said yourself, when we play football, we're going to be hard to beat and we're going to score a few goals. And that's what we did on Sunday, mate. And I think that bodes well going forward. We play like that week in, week out. Nobody will beat us. We've been here before, I know. It's happened to us before. We fell off the ladder. But this time I hope it doesn't happen.
All right. Before we hear from your manager, Stephen Gerrard, MBE, what's the number, Bridgman?
The number is 0141 356 1972.
Where else can you join us, JFK?
You can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online and you'll be brought straight in by the wonderful Fox and the wonderful Old School Blue.
You're on the phone in, high up, and we'll contact you right back. But get yourselves a mute. We'll hear from our manager, Stephen Gerrard, MBE.
Really strong. I think the boys, on the back of Thursday night, have turned up today and put in a fantastic performance across the board. All really strong, standard strong to the very end, and it was nice to see our strength in depth in terms of the squad. It was nice to be able to use people today and give them minutes and save people with an idea for Thursday night.
You've spoken about the need this season for your team to be clinical, and they certainly were today.
We was, and we're scoring a lot of goals. Disappointed obviously last week at Hibs with the couple we conceded, so we still have to make sure that we stay on the lads in terms of the standards and the detail about defending. But all in all today it was a comfortable afternoon, but it'd be comfortable because of how well we was in and out of possession. We tried something different tactically today because we knew they were playing with wing backs, so our full backs were allowed to stay and help us in the build a little bit deeper, and it worked very well because we played some magnificent stuff, got in the right areas, and when our chances come about we took them.
James Tavernier, 2 goals, perhaps unlucky not to get a hat-trick, 89 touches today, the most in the game. He seems to be in really, really top form at the moment.
Both full-backs were very good. Calvin's debut away at Motherwell's not an easy place to come and make your debut from the start, so pleased for him. Tav's standards are really good at the moment, 2 fantastic penalties, but defensively and going forward he was right at it today on the back of a shift he put in on Thursday night as well, so pleased for James, and that's the type of leadership we're looking for.
And for Cedric to get off the mark, we saw what it meant to him and indeed everyone at the football club, him getting scoring today.
Yeah, and forwards thrive on goals, they bring confidence. He's been unlucky on a couple of occasions, so it was great for him. He's smiling, he's happy, and hopefully that'll be the catalyst for many more to come.
You need your squad to be ready. Jordan Jones today, what a fantastic goal to make it 2-0.
Well, he deserved his opportunity because he came in on Thursday and he put in a real strong cameo, and he's been training well. He seems focused, he's got his head down, and that's the real Jordan Jones, what we're seeing today. Pace, a threat, quality, taking goals. I won't settle for any less than that because I know he can bring what he can bring, and that's the reason we brought him into the club.
And on to Thursday, it's a proper European tie. Shane, there'll be no supporters at this one, but one I'm sure that everyone is really looking forward to.
It's a big shame. It's a big shame, and I do feel for our supporters, but we'll try and give them a performance to be proud of. We know they're still with us. It is what it is in terms of the situation. We've just got to get on with it. It's a tough game. They're a good side with good players. But we'll go and try and achieve something. We'll try and go and climb the mountain. We'll go and leave everything we've got out there, and we promise the supporters we'll do everything we can to try and get the right result.
All right. That was one of the things that pleased me yesterday when Big Atan scored his goal with his reaction to his teammates. JFK.
Aye, every goal that we scored, there was a great reaction for everybody, but especially when they knew it was Itan's first 2 goals, and and the reaction for everybody was fantastic. So we look like a team that's together, and hopefully that bed off the park as well. I think things off the park are gelling, and it's relating on to the park Oxshire. So yep, it was good to see the players react the way they did. And when before that, I think, come on, when everybody scored, even Fred get involved. Usually sometimes he would walk away for other goal scorers, but not me get involved in the celebration as well. So that was good, mate. Really, really good to see.
I don't know if you noticed Fred's face on Thursday, mate. I've not spoke to you since when Kent scored.
Aye.
He went mad, mate. He
was
delighted.
Yep, you could see him from behind when Kent scored. He was jumping a bit like a loony. Aye, it was good, mate. It was good to see. Aye.
Bridgeman, Jordan Jones, I've got to be honest with you, he's somebody I didn't think we'd seen playing for us again. But stranger things have happened.
I have to say that I do admit that I felt that way too. I thought the boy had blown it completely. But from the outset, when he said he was going to join Rangers, which I thought was fantastic. What a steal, getting him for nothing. What a great player, international. You couldn't ask for much better, Great player, in my opinion. And we've seen it the last couple of times he's been on. We saw it before. He was not a bad player, but he just wasn't quite there. And then he went mental against the Celtic, got himself injured and sent off, and so on and so forth. So I think that Jordan Jones, hopefully, he's got over the injury and he's got over whatever thing was inside him, whatever demon was inside him, and he's settled down. And by goodness gracious, what a goal to score! And he was through a couple of times, One, he got a lovely right foot shot in it, but he never get the bend, But I mean, oh my goodness, he's a fantastic player, very exciting, very pacey, which is what we're wanting. And now, after that performance, I'm wondering if he's going to be, if Mr. Hadji is going to find the competitions very tough. He needs to bring something else to the table. I don't know what you think.
Oh, Hadji's one of my all-time favourites, mate. Different type of player completely, With that pace on both sides, it worries teams, particularly teams like Motherwell, who are playing with the three centre-backs, because what they don't like is pace. They'd rather have three or Fredos, wouldn't they?
Yeah. You saw that boy at Lamy. You saw his reaction to Jones running past.
Evening, caller.
Evening, Jeff. It's Ronnie for the lobby.
How we doing, Ronnie? Did that touch you, embarrass you, mate?
No, not at all. The man's a gentleman.
Yeah,
very kind of him.
How are you keeping, mate? More importantly, how are you doing, mate?
I'm fine. Just like everybody else. COVID knocked us all back.
Oh, it's not been good for a lot of people, mate. But you're all right, are you? Chin up?
I'm fine. Thanks for the boys in the lobby that have been asking for us. And good evening, JFK and Bridgeman, Fox. And
how you doing, Ronnie?
Watch yourself with JFK. He's an American politician now.
I'll get these two to come and carry you.
Wait, the hip replacement thing's been cancelled. Is that right, Ronnie?
Postponed.
Postponed. Do you know what I mean?
I was supposed to go to the Royal, but it's been transferred to Jubilee. So
Jubilee.
Got to Jubilee.
So have you got an appointment yet? The time?
No, not yet. We'll wait and see. There's worse people off than me has been seen, so we'll take our time. No rush.
Take your time and get it, mate. It's quite a big operation. You've got to recuperate as well.
Yeah, the recuperation very important. Right, I'm
just
talking to somebody who's had one. Right,
let's move on.
Aye.
Right, Ronnie, what's on your mind with the Rangers, mate? How are you enjoying this season, mate?
Aye, it's been really good. Yesterday, thoroughly enjoyed it. A good game. The young boy hitting. I was listening to you talking about him there a couple of minutes ago. A lot of people were doubting the young guy. What we've seen prior to him coming on likes of YouTube and things like that, he looked quite impressive. But getting 5 minutes and 10 minutes here and there, it wasn't looking too good. But after yesterday, it proves that the reason we've got him, because that first goal was superb, and he's poaching for the second goal was as good as well.
Aye, two totally different kinds of goals, but they both get you a goal.
That's it. But maybe that will give the boy the impetus to go on now,
I hope so. I mean, obviously, it's got to give him a bit of confidence, Ronnie.
Aye, that's what every striker needs, that wee bit of confidence, a wee bit of luck, and the go in for that. Don't think he'll take Morelos' place, but aye, the boy done well yesterday, and so did the whole team.
Who's impressing you this season, Ronnie?
The defence has bucked his ideas up a wee bit. Unfortunately, with the Hibs game, I think more was on their minds regarding trying to keep a clean sheet, and they thrived in that. So they were out to do that, and they succeeded. But overall, we should have won it. A few mistakes, but still, we've got there, and we've come back with 2 good results after that. So let's carry on.
The game on Thursday surprise you, Ronnie?
It did to a certain extent, aye. To be honest with you, I was in sort of tenterhooks at the beginning. How's this going to go? But once we get into that game, I never seen us losing. And McGregor was just McGregor, didn't he? Really, he's tremendous.
JFK, you got a question for Ronnie?
No, I think I've actually spoke to you, Ronnie, before. I know the name Ronnie Bell, but I don't know where I know it from that. So, long you been going to see Rangers for, Ronnie?
Oh, Ronnie's an all camp.
Aye, well, same as Bridge and myself.
Early 60s, JFK. I think the first team I seen started with Richie Shear, Ricardo, Greg McKinnon and Baxter.
Oh.
That was
you went before me, mate. I was 66 when I went to start to see CHLs, you know. So that's other teams that are a wee bit before me, you know.
Been a long time since I've said this, but I'm the baby on this show tonight.
What a shocker saying that. What a shocker. I'm the baby.
I will take that with a pinch of salt.
Aye, definitely.
What's Ronnie?
He might be the baby, Ronnie, but I tell you one thing, he's probably the biggest as well.
I don't think that's true, mate. I don't think that's true. I think there's people either side of me in the studio, putting in the shade.
Hey, I'm sitting here in my shorts and my sliders, mate. It's some sight.
Yeah, you only get them. You only get these shots at 1.5, mate. Right, we've been joined by another. Ronnie, you had fire there. Okay. Always great to hear. Bridgeman's going to buy everybody a drink.
Aye. What did he really say?
I asked him about 55. He said, yes, we can do it.
Well, that's good. That's positive.
Hello, I think we've been joined by another caller. I think it's Lackey, is that correct?
Aye, Lackey for the Drygate, mate.
How we doing, mate? All right?
I know, too bad, man. I was just to say I was made up for Tarvin Big Hitting at the weekend.
Aye. Good goal with Big Boy scored, wasn't it, Big Hitting?
First one was a belter, second one was a poachers, wasn't it?
Are you getting Hadji an assist for that one?
Aye, everybody's a wee bit too hard on that boy. He's only a youngster, mate.
I think the thing about it is, I think it'll actually do him a bit of good to get the team, mate, if that makes sense.
Aye, no, I agree with you there, mate. I think he's got to realise he's not a stick on.
I think it might do him a good in the long run to get cameos, learn and develop his game.
No, I still think he'll do alright, mate. I think he'll come good.
Mate, is everybody one goal change everybody's opinion, or do we need to give the boy time as well? He's only young as well, remember?
Aye, true, man. I know you can say 1 week, just like Tav was getting it tight. Has a couple of good games now, he's a world beater.
That's the Ranger support for you, but innit? That's his all.
True, mate. I know. That's what I was telling my wife, man. I've just got her into football, mate.
Oh, mate, that's a mistake, JFK. I'm a word with him about that.
No, but, Lucky, I wish you should come my way, mate. Because I can't even. I've got to share my telly for a football.
Well, we got a telly in each room, and I've still got to share the telly, mate.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. We've got a telly in every room. Every telly's hers. Even the one for the football. That's no mine either.
Aye, Corey and EastEnders not up there, aye.
Lucky, who gets a big telly with the football's on?
Hi, how you doing?
Dearie me.
She's only watched. Sorry, lads.
We can hear the boss in the background.
Aye, that's a gaffer, mate. That's a gaffer.
Yeah.
But we watched the Hibs game and she was enjoying that to the equaliser, you know what I mean? And then she was happy with it.
I don't think that Hibs are very nice, to be quite honest with you.
Well, she knows if we're beating the shit out of her, know what I mean?
No, I'm not meaning it like that. I just... No, the fucking...
I'm sorry. Hey, I'm going to
tell her that's her bad for the telly.
Sorry, lads, I asked her to shut up through this phone call, but she's just not listening to me, man.
She sounds like she's quite a lassie, quite a quiet lassie, Lackey.
Oh, aye, he's quite as they come, mate, aye. But no, what I wanted to say was I was made up for Tav anyway, because he's not been at his best for a wee bit, and now he's starting to come on to a game again.
Is the whole team starting to play better, Lackey? Is the whole team
Is the
whole team starting to play better?
Aye, but I still don't think we've been at our best yet, mate. I still think we're not our strongest and we're not our best yet.
What's your best team then? You pick the team, everybody's fit. What's your team? Who are you picking? Go on, let's see it.
Right, I'd say McGregor in goal. You'd have to have Tav at right back, Barry Seats at left back, Big Lander and Golson. In the midfield, probably Brian Jack, Kamara, and big Aribo in front of him, Kent on the left, maybe Jordan Jones on the right now. I think he's due a shout. And either Morel was up front, man. We can play anybody, can't we?
Well, there you go. You've not got Sir Stephen Davis in the team.
I'm thinking in the long term, mate. You know what I mean?
Aye.
Stephen's he's a class act, that boy. But I'm thinking in the longer term.
Ronnie, just shows you we're in a good place when we people, different teams, different players, competition for places, superb, isn't it?
A good strong squad, mate, man. That's.
Lucky, let Ronnie come in. On you go, Ronnie.
Oh, sorry, mate. I didn't hear you there. Sorry.
No, not at all, mate. On you go, Ronnie.
No bother. It's good that we have. He's always been. Stevie G has always been looking for that 2 people for each position, and we just seem to be getting there now. And it really is looking good, Ty. But leaving Davis out the way he's playing, it's hard. It's a good dilemma for Stevie G to have.
JFK, you're a man that likes a team. What do you think of Lackey's team then?
That's a good team. You know, it's hard to leave Davis out, but I mean, you've got the way Aribo's been playing there. You know, everyone that Lackey mentioned there, I would go with that. But who do you leave out to put Davis in? Because Davis is playing. Some of the way he's playing now is like Stephen Davis are old, you know. So I couldn't argue with that team. I'd be torn between Stephen Davis and Aribo.
And then you've got there was no place for Arfield that you gave man of the match for in Saturday.
There's no place for Arfield, mate. I mean, you look at the team we put out there yesterday, and then you look at what was on the bench: McLaughlin, Barisic, Patterson, Balogun, Edmondson, Hadji, Stewart, Defoe, and Itten. And then you've got Katic is out. You know what I mean? You've got Rufus out, Aribo. We've got a good team. And before you ask anybody else about that team, can I ask Ronnie and Lackey? You heard me talking earlier on about like a big Bassey coming in for Barisic. Do you guys have anybody you think would, if Tavernier was out for any length of time, who would take his place? Anybody who's playing at the new Ibrox, or would there somebody like to see him bring in?
Patterson, that boy a chance. Patterson, I'd give a chance.
Aye. How about you, Ronnie?
I would say that as well.
Ronnie wants Bobby Shearer.
Aye. If we're wanting to go with young Shirley Bassey, I think again the young boy Patterson his chance and see how if he can sort of fit into the boots at Tavernier's at the moment. I would give him the chance.
The big boots to fall, Ronnie.
Sorry, I missed that.
There are big boots to fill, Taverniers.
Oh, they certainly are. But what we've seen of the young boy playing, going up that wing as well and flinging some of the balls over, he's done not too bad. Okay, he's been caught a couple of times coming back the way, but he can only improve. He's young and he's got time on his side.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. He might get some games as the season go forward. Tav's just a machine for his the amount of games he's played, similar to Goals did last year.
Aye, definitely, man. But I think, see that these boys never get a break, do they? They're in every game.
Aye. You wonder if they'd be better if they could get a break, you know, but maybe it suits them playing all the time.
I think myself, maybe they're not ready to trust that young boy yet to take his role. And you know what I mean? Like Goldson, you could probably put big value in, but I don't think Golson's getting dropped at all if he's fit, mate.
It looks that way. Bridgeman?
Yeah, as far as the Goldson side of it's concerned, he's the most consistent player, isn't he? He's a very, very consistent player. And I'm not saying he's the best player in the whole world, of course. He has his wee foibles, but I think he's been really, really good for us. I doubt very much if Balogun could do the work that Goldson does. I'm not being funny when I say that, because I think Goldson's a really, really good player for us. And I don't know how much we cost it, $3 million. So I think it'd been a steal. The difficulty is the rest of the team, isn't it? Are we going to get better than Goldson? Or do we want to keep Goldson as one of our best players? I don't mean we want to get rid of him, but I think we should be looking at bringing players in who are far better than Goldson, let's say. And I don't know if Balogun is far better than Goldson. He's a good player, no doubt about it. And there's an improvement to the squad, for sure. But
here's a question for the two callers, then I'll take it to you two as well, but I'll go to the callers first. Yesterday, Jordan Jones and Big Hitton scored their first goals for the club. Both of them, yeah? Has there been finer first goals scored in the one match by two players? I don't know if there has been.
No.
Jordan Jones' goal was a cracking move, and Big Hitton's was a real turning hit, real good goal as well. Different kind of goals I'll give you, but two fine goals to open your account with. Ronnie first.
I would agree with you there, Oxshire. There were two good goals in their own right, and superbly given up Arfield to both of them. To pick one to the other, very, very hard. But I was looking at it, really looked good yesterday, getting the two of them playing and getting goals off them. Well,
I never realised how good.
The one-touch football, it really was. It was good. It put you in mind that a goal, one of the European tournaments.
Couple of crack goals. It reminds you of the days when we had a lot of money and all that, and you bring somebody in, they'd make a debut, couple of crack goals and all that, and it was brilliant.
The word two good goals to open your account, JFK, yeah?
Oh, definitely, mate. I watched the whole game today again. It was a joy to watch, and it was a cracking goal. The build-up play leading up to Jordan Jones' goal was excellent. The way they just opened up the defence. Alfredo was involved as well, so it was a great team goal, mate. And Jordan Jones just put it away with the word they use in it, aplomb. Beautiful goal it was, mate. Aplomb.
Bridgeman.
I think Jordan Jones's goal could be goal of the season for Rangers. There's not been very many goals that have been better than that. But I saw Hitton's goal going in, I thought, my goodness gracious, that's a match. Two fabulous passes from the same player, from Arfield, and it all dealt with as JFK said, with aplomb. That was a fabulous. Hitton's goal was just a wonderful goal. The skills involved, everything about it. Stopped, one touch, ball up in the air, let it come down a bit and volley it. Absolutely smashed it into the net. But Jordan Jones was craft, a lot of beautiful play up front, and then all of a sudden Arfield releases the ball, perfect weight, and the boy outpaces the guy. Lammy, I think the fullback was, or the centre half was. He was gone. He had no chance of getting that. And that was what a great decision to left foot that ball. Great decision by everything about that goal was just class.
We've had 14 different scorers this season. There's a stat for you. Where is he when I need him? Oh,
Stato.
Yeah. He's in Gotham City tonight fighting crime. There's a stat for you. 14 different scorers. JFK.
Aye, I saw that stat earlier on. I think it was old schooler Fox had put it in the Skype call and that, but brilliant. It's great, mate. We're just not relying on the one man for the goals, which a lot of the times we did last season with Alfredo. But we're getting goals for every part of the team, mate, which is absolutely wonderful. And I agree with Lackey. I think we can only get better, mate. I think the amount of players that we've got injured and sitting on the sidelines, waiting to get a chance, and Jordan Jones took that yesterday. So I think we're going to become a force to be reckoned with for the rest of the season if we can keep that form going.
Definitely, man.
It's good to get different goal scorers, Ronnie. It's good for the team.
It certainly is. It was good to see Jordan Jones getting that. It's what you keep saying, Stevie G's seen something at the training grounds, and that's why he's kept him there. A lot of people have been saying he's going to be away, he's out the door and everything else. But there is a player there, and he must be showing it in the training grounds, and he's came there yesterday and he's done that. And that's proved a point for the boy, and it can only lift his ego even more. I'm out to get a position in this team. And as for all the rest of the scorers, it gives the other teams that dilemma. It's not just about Morelos scoring goals. You don't know where they're going to come from. Kent or wee Hadji or other people are getting the goals, and it's only good for us. Long may it continue.
Lucky, that's including some of the friendlies at the start of the season, but still an interesting start, mate.
No, brilliant, mate. It's brilliant. It's just we were built on cracking defences most of our history, mate, you know what I mean? And see, looking at up front, I know as well as the defence, I think we're starting to look like we're just as strong up front as we are at the back.
Competition for places can do that, mate.
Aye, that's what we needed, mate. That's what we needed.
You know, even for Morelos, who was excellent for us, it's not good walking into the team every week. You've got to be pushed, and I think that's sometimes the point that JFK makes about Tavernier.
Aye.
You know,
I want everybody challenging.
Sorry, mate.
There you go. Carry on.
No, I was going to say, I like Tav. He's been a brilliant servant, you know what I mean? But when he makes a mistake, fair dues, you call him on it. When he's playing well, you tell him he's done well, you know what I mean? He's just...
Yeah.
It's when he makes a mistake, it seems to be a serious one, you know what I mean? I remember Big Amaruso kind of been like that, you know what I mean?
The perfect one was... Heatley came and McCoy's came, Sasa Papic came, and we didn't think anything near him, and we know the history of that, don't we? So I know what you're saying, but I still feel that we need somebody to give him. I keep saying a chasing, and if Patterson's a man to do that, or as Oxshire said, bring big George in at right back, I'm just no concerned. But if he has a long term out, I'm looking to see somebody walk right into the boots to take up the mantle. A right back, so time will tell, guys. Time will tell.
Well, we need to see if that boy's ready made. He's not ready made yet because he's not enough time on the park, is he, young Patterson?
No, this is where this season's going to be unique. The pressure's on us, and whether we'll change our team to give boys like him a game, even in the League Cup or Scottish Cup, depending who we get. You know, could be interesting. Well, they must think a lot of the boys, 18 years of age, and he's in the Rangers first team squad. Ronnie, I know that people have played but at that age, but no many get their chance, do they?
No, not really. You're right there. But as you say, giving the boys the chance, that's all you can ask of the boy, and if he can get there and do it, fair enough. A pity where Statman is now on. I was told there's one for you, Oxshire, you could look up.
So then,
10 years ago, Celtic won for 10 in a row.
Ronnie, before you go any further, 10 years ago, that was the last time the Ridge brought around.
What a shocker. What a shocker saying that. That's dreadful.
On you go, Ronnie, give us a question.
10 years ago, when they were going for 10 in a row, we beat Kilmarnock 5-0. Oh, sorry, we beat Motherwell 5-0. And we went on to win the league that year. And yesterday's game, could it be now our time at 55?
Oh, JFK, I hope he's right.
Definitely good omen. I'm 55 for me all day long this season. I'm just thinking the way we're playing now, I think we've built the momentum up now, and I keep saying about Lackey said earlier on, we can only get better, mate. And the squad of players we've got, and we keep playing the way we're playing. It's a wee pity that we've got the international break for the Tartan Trannies, but there you go. We don't like that. I apologise to anybody who thinks I'm being derogatory to the Tartan Trannies, but that's what they are.
In Europe, of course. You don't speak for everybody on here.
No, that's my own opinion. Yeah, definitely. But it's unfortunate that we've got the game against Ross County on Sunday, and then we've got the fortnight's break. So no doubt I'll be painting and I'll be gardening out in the pea and rain, mate, because I wouldn't be watching it on the telly anyway. I know that I get to see my telly. I'll need to go. I'll need to say to Lackey to have a wee word with my wife, because she'll not let me watch the fit with me.
Rent it offer. Rent what
offer?
Rent the telly offer.
When he gets up in the morning, there's a love note at the side of the bed, and underneath it's all his jewels for the day. Quite a long note, that JFK in it. He's not answering me. He's on mute.
He's not going to argue with you, is he?
No, he's away to get his missus.
No, he's trying to sign a contract for a rental of the telly.
My love notes get shoved under the door, Rocksteer. For the inside out. That's a good woman. Put up for me.
Can I say something before I go, lads?
On you go, Lackey.
Right, I just want to say, right, I agree with JFK as far as the Tartan Trannies are concerned. Right, I'm only concerned with one team. And I've not been as confident about us winning a league title, mate, as I've since the 90s as about this season.
Yeah,
I just hope you're right, Ronnie. I just hope, Lackey, I just hope you're right, mate.
Mate, I don't think it's just being a supporter's bravado. I really do think we're a far better team than them, and we're going to prove it, mate.
I think there was a bit of that last year. We just never got the run in the green, and something happened.
We didn't have a squad last year that we've got now, mate.
Aye, you're right. We've got a bit of competition. We've got more forwards. We could, in my opinion, be signing one more midfielder, but he's got to be oven ready, mate.
He does need that midfielder, because at the back, not front, man, you can't argue with that, know what I mean? But in the midfield, he does need somebody else. I was watching that Lundstrom the other day. He looks no bad, but he's waiting on a big deal, isn't he? If he signs for free, he's looking for big money, isn't he?
Aye.
I think so, aye.
They're sitting both with the league at the moment.
I know, man, I know, but he does look like a decent player.
Would you take Lewis Ferguson, Lackey?
Oh no!
I'm asking Lackey a question. Would you take Lewis Ferguson?
Too much money, man. Because Aberdeen would want a fortune for him, mate, and I wouldn't pay him it.
Nah, I agree with you.
Right on, Ferguson.
Right, we've been joined by Gary. Evening, Gary.
Right, how's it going?
Hi, Gary.
Right, Gary.
Alright, Gary.
To be honest, I think if we go and beat Galatasaray on Thursday, there isn't a team in that league who's going to cause us problems. And I think we all been doing a team are doing. I think Galatasaray might be able to get. They're a good team, but so are we. We've got all their players. We've got a lot of young players who will be massive engines. We will run in off the park, I think. I hope so, but
I think, well, obviously we'll come on to the Thursday's game as the week goes on, Gary. We're talking about yesterday's game, mate. Now you've time to reflect. Were you really happy with the performance?
as I said, Morelos was in the first half, and his trunk up play and unselfishness. I think he's getting USC. If he was getting a better player than I was, definitely. So we scored 6 goals.
scored 5 crackers, and Edmondson scored a cracker as well. So we can't complain too much here. Kemwell won 18 and 6 and 7 and.
Ronnie, we're a tough crowd, aren't we? We're always a tough crowd. We're always wanting.
We're definitely. Respecting them.
All right, Gary, we'll come back to you in a second, mate. We're talking to you, Ronnie.
Right, sorry.
Oh, that's all right, mate. Ronnie, in you come, mate.
No bother, Gary. We're hard to please sometimes. We don't realise how good we can really be. I think the winning mentality is in the team. And after last week's slip up against the Hibs, I think there's been a few words between the players, and they're going to answer it this year. And this winning mentality will take us on to 55.
JFK, the one of the things that pleased me yesterday was the way we used the substitutes.
He used the substitutes very well yesterday, and that's something we have been critical for a while now. But the last season before the pandemic thing and that, and we were all critical about the way he was using his subs, but no, I think lately he started to use them very, very well, and not just using the 5 subs for the sake of it. He played it really tactically yesterday and Thursday, so I'm pleased that maybe he's been listening to Rangers radio, listening to us and telling them what to do. So, yep, I'm all right with that, mate. Subs was good for me.
I know he listens, Ronnie.
The subs were good for me as well. Spot on, JFK. He brought them on at the right time, and they done the job for him. Aye, spot on.
It looks as if they spoke about it, JFK.
And then the next thing, the game just died a death for the last half hour, 25 minutes. But no, you're right, that he's brought the subs on at the right time, kept the momentum going, and that's what you're wanting the team to do every week. And if it continues, and we know what's going to happen against teams like Ross County next week, they're going to put the low block, they call it, and we just need to break it down. But just keep it going, and we'll break these teams down and continue on that vein. But use the subs better than they had been using, and he done that the last 2 games especially, mate.
Obviously the D19 game.
I think the better for us is we manage the subs.
Bridgeman, you back with us, mate?
Pal, yes, I am indeed.
The substitutes.
Our substitutes, I thought the way the manager used the substitutes is a lot better than it was. Sometimes the manager actually caused confusion with the substitutes he was using. But it seems to be a lot more balance about it all. And I thought they were quite clever yesterday. No problems with any of them. They all come on and did their turn. With the exception of Edmondson. I'm only kidding. Edmondson came on to give our own goal away, but no.
To be fair, I watched that. It was actually a mistake with Big Olsen. Indeed. Evening call, or was he grabbed to it?
No, he's there.
No, it's a different call, isn't it?
Anyway, I was very happy with the manager's substitutions yesterday. I was very happy with every single player that came on the park and played for Rangers.
Caller's in now. Evening, caller.
Hello, how you doing?
What's your name, mate?
My name's Bob J.
Bob J.
I'm from Alloa, sir. Town of Alloa.
Nice to speak to you, Bob J.
It's nice to speak to you too. I've just been on Facebook there, brother, and I see you report there that Leeds United are reportedly back in for Ryan Kent. You bid £18.5 million. I don't know if you've heard anything or not. I certainly hope this isn't the case, but, well, how can we compete, eh?
No, I know. We've got to take it as a compliment that people are starting to talk about the players.
Aye, absolutely.
18.5 million? Wow.
Yeah, that was a reported fee, it was 18.5. Now, I don't think there's any truth in the rumour myself, but But I don't see the Rangers turning that down, actually. I don't see the boy turning it down himself.
They would be crazy not to turn it down if you follow.
They would be crazy not to turn it down.
I don't know, mate.
I don't want to hack back to it or anything, boys, but when you consider the financial state we were in just a few years ago there, I knew that, you know, an amount of money like that would just be too much to resist, and it's a shame, because I believe that if Kenty goes and Alfie goes, it's Tata 55. I'm sorry to say that, but that's what I believe.
I don't think that bid will see Kent at the door. JFK.
Well, I hope
no,
not.
I don't think it will, Bob Jer. I think that he's told us he wants to stay, and I think the decision will be his. I don't think Rangers need to sell, and I think that's been proved with Alfie when we knocked back the 16.5 million for Lille. So Rangers don't need to sell. I think the money we got for the last season's Europa League run, Bob Jer, is brought in as a good base there. So I agree with you. I mean, we call Facebook on here fake book. A lot of the stories on it are pretty poor.
Are pretty poor, aye. I'll agree with that.
So,
I'm glad you know I'm quoting that.
Aye. So I would think if there was anybody going to go to,
it'd be on the mainstream media. What would I look about?
No.
I didn't say anything like that. You know.
No, and obviously the other rags that report these things are doing it to try and upset Rangers and the players. So
absolutely.
We'll wait to see. We've got 7 days from now, 10 o'clock. 7 days from now, the window shuts. So let's see what happens. But even he's 18.5 million. I wouldn't sell him for that anyway. He's worth more than that.
No, he's worth more than that too, right? Me and my uncle are rabid fans, obviously, and we talk about about the crazy prices down south. So there's a lot of for Aberridge. I don't know, a lot of boys that are ordinary players, in my point of view, are changing hands for crazy money in the first division, in the championship. Never mind the EPL.
Yeah,
changing hands for pretty money. So for crazy money, sorry. So at the end of the day, if they want to come up for your guys like Alfie, like Kenny, I'm afraid you're going to have to pay for them.
Bob Chair, this is your first time on.
First time caller, boys. First time caller. I'm an old Scott McMillan, Miller, Brandon Wilson, man.
My God, you're older than me then.
Well, I'm 70, so you know.
I'm older than you.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it again, Ronnie.
I've seen Kitchen Brand playing.
Ronnie,
so there you go.
Maybe on this show tonight.
What's that, sorry?
I was talking to Ronnie, I'm the baby on here tonight.
Right,
Aye.
Well, I listen to you every night, guys, and anything about the Rangers is my total interest. Be my club all my days, always will be. We shall overcome.
Yeah.
Well, we're the ones that's to be overcome. A lot of people forget that.
Bob Jer, do you get through to see the Rangers for Alaba often?
I didn't actually. No. I've done the stunt, boys. I've done the apprenticeship. I've stood at Falkirk and Dunfermline in the rain. Oh yeah. Many times.
That's not all coming for Alaba, is it? They're both just up the road for you.
Aye.
Well, I'm afraid in my community I'm pretty surrounded, but there is an oasis here, a good oasis here. We're just on the wee social club, and maybe we can see the games there. There's older heads that can't make it up anymore.
Brilliant.
But over there, and I believe that if we keep the same squad of players, maybe 1 or 2 additions, 55 will come.
Yes.
55 will come. I'll tell you another thing. I've got a Turkish son-in-law. My daughter lives in London. My daughter lives in London, and she's married on a Turkish guy, and he's a gentleman. He's a nice guy, and he favours Galatasaray. So there's a wee bit of sort of a family feud at the moment. So I phoned her up the night. I said, "You tell that man of yours I'm gunning for him."
Oh my God!
The Jets will be gunning for you.
Fox is refusing to go to the Turkish barbers for a week.
Yeah.
Very good.
We meet them on Thursday. I'll drive up for a kebab because drive up to the local takeaway for a kebab because I think they all favour Galatasaray and they really didn't like Fenerbahce.
Don't tell us your daughter's
Anyway,
name's Donna.
do you think we can do this on Thursday?
Yes.
Yes, I think so as well.
I'm very happy about it. I'm looking forward to it. I wish I was going to Ibrox to see it. There you go.
Yeah, don't be all, eh?
Bob, Jeff,
that'll come back, boys. That'll come back.
Named Donna.
Well, anyway, it's great to talk to you guys.
Bob, you're too sensible for this radio show, pal.
Aye, that's fantastic. This will be the last time you'll hear from me, you'll remember.
Good. Well, gentlemen, we've reached that time in the evening, and it's over to you, Bridgeman.
Oh, lovely to hear from you, Bob, Jeff. Absolutely
okay, boys, fair people, you take care.
Yeah. Can I just say to all the Rangers? Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, in particular Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, what a marvellous night tonight, Oxtear. Absolutely loved it. Every single one of us all. Keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers are the ones that need us. Keep it going.
Can I thank all the callers tonight? Bob Gerlachie, Gary who called in, Denver. But I've got to say it was fantastic to hear from our good friend Ronnie Bell, one of our own, and great to hear that Ronnie's doing okay, and the Dutchie, of course. Can I thank Jimmy, JFK, and Bridgeman for joining us? Of course, Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night. We'll be joined by GB or Gary. Take it away, Old School Blue.